my name is Astrid. Welcome to my Flosstube adorable hobby, where I would like to share with you a little bit about my cross-stitching work. A little bit about me. I'm from Peru, but I live in Japan. I live here with my husband and my 2 kids. I have a 21-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old son. I work in a preschool and elementary international school, and during my free times, I like to cross-stitch. A couple of years ago, I found out these Flosstube channels in YouTube, and it really motivated me to retake my cross stitching. It is actually what really relaxes me. It's what I enjoy doing. So I got motivated to cross stitch again, and I find out new designers, new patterns. Now I like to stitch from little things all the way to the big designs, and I like to do a little bit of everything. And it actually encouraged me to open my channel so I can share with the community a little bit about my cross stitch work. I don't have a lot of people around me who cross stitches, so it's really great to find this community where I can see other people's work, and hopefully we can keep inspiring each other. And today I would like to show you a little bit about my work and what I have been stitching during 2025. So let me flip the camera and show you a little bit about what I've been cross stitching. Okay, let me start by showing you one of my first finishes of this year. This is Ladybag Picnic by Hands On Design. I stitched this on a Swagger Belfast blush, 32 count, and I really have fun. Let me see if I can zoom so I can show you better. Like, this design has a little bit of specialty stitches, and I really have fun stitching them. Kathy, who's the designer, lately has been using these specialty stitches on her designs, and I really have fun learning how to do new stitches. And this one has just a little bit of like a back stitch, so it was fun to stitch it. As I said, it's fun to just give something that it's just a little bit different than the cross stitch, but not a lot, not too complicated. I finished this just on the same hoop, and it's a wooden hoop, but I used like a green organza ribbon just to wrap it all around it, and I used like a pink ruffle ribbon as well. And on the top, I just used like a leftover of my ribbons. I usually, any ribbons from any paper bags, gift, presents, I always recycle them, so I just use one of them and the organza on top of it, and a little button that matches a little bit with the flowers that I thought it would go really well with this design. My back is very simple. For the back, I just use like a green felt, just very simple, just to close my hoop. So, oops, yeah, there you go. So this is my Ladybug. The original design is actually stitched on a pinker, like a dark pink fabric, which I really like. I just wanted to stitch this so fast, so I didn't have the patience to actually hand dye my fabric. I think I'm gonna try to see if I can put here the original design so you can see the difference. So yeah, as I was saying, I didn't have the patience to hand dye. I usually try to hand dye my own fabrics when there's certain special colors, but for this one I just used this fabric over here. I have noticed, and usually when I like to stitch a design, I like to search how the design might look in other color fabrics, and there is one that it was stitched on a light blue color. Is the East Coast Crafter. I'm pretty sure most of you know her. She's very popular in the community. She has really nice cross stitching and also finishes and some tutorials as well. And she stitched it, yes, as I said, she stitched it on a light blue one, and it looks really cute. Actually, I have a little doubt about if I should do it on a light blue one, but yeah, I just decided to go with a light pink. And I recently noticed also somebody posted, and I'll try to put it here too, who started it to do her stitch on a just regular kind of like a mocha fabric. So I'm really looking forward how's that gonna look just on a regular mocha color. So let's see. I know like this is the second one from the box from Hands-On Design. The first one is like a botanical bee. I haven't stitched that one, but I also would like to stitch it, of course. And I'm really looking forward to see if we will have a bug for autumn. So let's see, let's hope. Yeah. Then I will show you my second one is also from Hands-On Design. This is a pink cushion. Yeah. I really like it. For this one, yeah, as I said, it's from the same Hands-On Design. I stitched this one on a Swagar Belfast light mocha. I follow all the colors that it was required. And for this one, I had to register to a class tutorial from a online, I guess it would be like an online workshop and a little shop that Lindy Stitches creates pretty much now every season. This was the Spring Mingle. I hope I'm saying it correctly. And yes, I registered in May. So this class, you could see it on a video, the live video, or you will you get like a recorded video as well. Kathy sent us like all the photos with all the steps. So I was very thankful for that, because every step you can really see it. It's not just reading instructions. You can actually see the steps, so it gives you a better idea how you're working, what are you doing. So yeah, and this is a little bit of my back. This was stitched in one whole piece, and at the end you just put it all together here. And I just put a button. I think it was suggested to put a button if you would like to, so I did. I had like a little hole there trying to tie everything, so I just wanted it to cover it up. So I just found a button that matches a little bit with this palette of colors. And it also teaches you how to use some of the motifs on a paper craft, perforate paper, so you can stitch the motifs. They're really cute. And this one, I think it was stitched on like a button pin, but I just decided to make it on a flat pin, so it can be just very flat, not like, you know, bulky or anything. So I really like it. Yes, I just finish it with some felt. So yeah, this was one. This was like the flower one. I think this was a little bit tricky for me just to cut it, but it turned out so tiny, so delicate at the same time. So yeah, this was the flower and the leaf. And you have to do like a little back stitching on the leaf as well. But the stitching was very simple. I have stitched before on perforate paper, so that for me was okay. Pretty simple, pretty easy, as I said. And I really like this bee. Isn't it just very beautiful and cute? Yeah. So I really enjoyed this class. I was very thankful that it was an online class, because here in Japan, I try to do as much as possible things that are online or things that I can receive PDF. So I was really happy. I know Kathy, that's a lot of like in-person lessons. So of course I cannot attend to those. So the onlines are really amazing for me. So I try to join them. So yeah, as I said, yes, it was a great class. The next one I want to show you, it's my bookmark. I really enjoy reading Agatha Christie's novels. So I decided to do like a little bookmark for my book. So for this one, I actually had to do a little research on Etsy. I just, you know, type Agatha Christie bookmarks, and I was very happy to find this one. The shop is called Cloud's Factory, and I really like it because it has all the little cute characters. You know, it has Agatha Christie, it has Miss Marple and Hercule Poirot, and Hercule Poirot has his cane, so I just decided to add like the yarn for Miss Marple since she's like knitting, and a little bit just like an ink for like the writer. That was just something that I just decided to add just to give them something as well. So I follow all of the colors, and on the back it just has like a little quote from Agatha Christie. So it was basically all back stitching. So yeah, that took a little bit, but as I said, I just really wanted it a bookmark. It's my first time to do a bookmark, so I know bookmarks are usually done on perforated paper, but at this time I just wanted it to try on regular fabric. So I just put 2 of them. I tried to make it as flat as possible, but yeah, I still wish it was a little bit thinner, but it works for me now. I really have fun putting my bookmark when I'm reading. So yeah, that's for my bookmark. And the next one I wanted to show you is Alligator Creek. So let me put it here. I hope it fits. Yeah. So Alligator Creek, this is by Pigeon Coop Designs. He's a Canadian designer, and I really like his patterns. They're all about nature and landscapes, and his style is very unique, I think. He tries to use a lot of like a blank spaces, like spaces that you don't have to stitch, to also give some kind of like a figures in the design. So I really have fun stitching his designs as well. Maybe this might be my 3rd one. So for this one, I actually used the regular white Ada. This is a count 14. And for this one, I stitched it, let me see. It was like a 3 threads over 1. So it looks quite bulky, but I really like it because one of the things that caught my attention for this design was the colors. It only has like 3 pinks and 3 greens, and I think just like the black one, I guess. So I really like how it gives you that kind of like a variegation of like the colors over here. So yeah, this one just called me all for the pink. I like pink, so the moment I saw it, I'm like, oh, I have to stitch this. I think like all of us, every time we see a design, we just want to start stitching them. So this is Alligator Creek, and yeah, let me show you the next one is Sweet Summer. This is the next one. This is from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and something really fun for me to find out was like I stitched this one on a count 16 this year, and I didn't realize that I actually stitched it already last year on a 14 count. So let me put this one maybe a little bit away. So see, they're very different size. So I didn't realize that I already stitched it. I don't know why. But the interesting thing is also that I stitched with very different colors. So I just changed my colors even for last year's one and this year's ones. I usually try, when I change the colors, I usually try to leave a note on my Instagram account. So just in case I want for some reason to remember the palette of colors that I used. But I even finished them very different, right? For this one, I just used like a pink cord. And for this one, I used the pom-poms. I still need to get used to how to finish it nicely when you are sewing. For me, it's quite a little bit tricky, but I guess practice will make my finishes a little bit better. I just did like a regular fabric on the back, and yeah, I didn't use like the regular cut. I think I just sewed this one all together, and maybe I just did the ladder stitched somewhere. So yeah, this one, Hello Sweet Summer. I think Primrose Cottage stitches, they have really fun designs, very colorful as well, so sometimes you can play with that. You know, try to change some of the colors. I think I changed it to make it a little bit pinker, I think, instead of reds, because I think some of them were a little bit red, like the watermelon and some of the words. So again, as you might be noticing, I like pink, so I changed that a little bit as well. The next one also is from the same designer. Excuse me, from Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is Hello Summer, and I stitched this one on a 14 count. I don't know why, but when I saw this design, I really wanted it to make a big pillow instead of like, you know, this tiny one. So I went for the 14 count. I might have changed some of the colors. I'm not completely sure. And I try again to finish it with the pom-pom ribbon. So yeah, still need to practice. And for this one, I used the regular cut on the back, and I think this is a Japanese fabric. And yeah, I really like this one. I really like these little bees, even though they're on the top and very tiny. Is one of the things that I really like and call my attention. This one, actually, it's a free pattern that you can receive from the Primrose Cottage Stitches. You just have to subscribe to their newsletter, and you will receive in your emails, and every first Friday of the month. And this is the July one. So that is very generous from them, like just to, you know, every month just to share a free pattern. I already received the August one, which I think is a bee, something with the sweet bees. So I just hope that I will have time to stitch. I want to stitch everything, but time is one of the big things, huh? So this is the Hello Summer. And this year, actually, for some reason, I really got into strawberries. So let me show you this one over here. I really wanted to stitch a lot of strawberries this year. So I used this one, which is Good Old Days Minis from Stitching Housewives. This is like the trio of June. So I just used one. I just stitched one for this moment. This one, I think one of the changes was the strawberry. Yeah. This strawberry over here is supposed to be plaits, same as this one's, but I really like the shade of the floss, so I just decided to use it here. I hope you can see it a little bit. That is one of the fun things about like threads, like hand-dyed threads, like Classic Color Works. So yeah, I was just like, hey, let's just change this one and see if we can see the color. So just having a little bit fun. This one is also usually stitched on, like the original is stitched on black fabric, but I just went with light mocha on a 32 count, and I just added the words berries with, it's not a black one, it's kind of like a dark gray one that I decided to just stitch the word berries since my fabric was not black. And this one actually, yeah, when I saw this design, I thought it would go really well with this frame that I already had. This is like a mini photo frame that I found in the dollar store here in Japan. We call it Daiso. And I had this one for some reason, and I'm like, oh, this will be great for this one. So that's the reason that I thought this will be good. So yeah, this is the Good Old Day Minis, the month of June. I hope I can have time also to stitch the other two. And the next one is, actually I wanted to show you this one too. These are some of my pillows that I stitch. As I said, I was all about strawberries this year. And this is also from Primrose Cottage stitches. So let me show you this one over here. Yeah, so this one I stitch it on a Japanese fabric. It's called Cosmo. This is a 16 count. It's a beige color, that's how they call it. I really like this fabric. It's pretty much like an Ada, right? But here in Japan, they call it Cosmo. It's really soft, a little bit, I don't know if the word would be like a little bit silky, but when you stitch on it, it's really like smooth. I really like how you feel it on your hands. I like to stitch by hand more than on a hoop. So I really like how you feel it when you're holding it and you're stitching. So this is, yes, a Japanese fabric, and this was a very actually simple design. It was really fun because it has, as you can tell, it has a pattern. So it was very easy to follow up and stitch it very quickly. So yes, I just put like a little Greek rag for the border, and this is the back. I'm assuming I stitched this one too in a lather stitch on the side because I cannot see any cuts on the back. I usually do the stuffed, I stuff my pillows usually with polyfill and poly pellets. That's actually something new that I started to put in my pillows. So yeah, it gives a little bit of stiffness with the pellets inside. So yeah, and the other ones, I like my mini pillows. They're so tiny, very tiny. Okay. Yeah, it can fit in the palm of your hand. This is also in the same fabric. It's a Cosmo 16 too. And for this one, the designer is actually Pinker and Quilting. I'm sorry, I might not be saying that properly. Pinker and Punkin. There you go. Pinker and Punkin Quilting. These are the summer stamps that she offered in her blog. Please, if I'm pretty sure a lot of you know her, but if not, please visit her blog. She's always giving free charts to everybody, so that's really generous from her side. Like one of the other things that I like about her patterns is like she just gives you the pattern with the symbols, but the symbol doesn't have this a specific color of the thread. Like you can choose your own colors, so that is really nice. You have to gives you a little bit of creativity thinking of the colors that you would like also to combine. So this is like the design is like a milk and a cereal with strawberries. So they're very tiny, very simple, very quick. Like I was in a hurry to try to stitch something for me to put on my little wooden plate. So this is the jam. Yes, and it seems to be very warm, steam coming out. I really like the color. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what color I used for this one. Hopefully it's on my Instagram. But yeah, the color of the red for the jam was like, this is what encouraged me to stitch this one as well. This was actually the first one that I stitched because, yeah, I mean, I like apple pie. So I was like, oh, I have to stitch this one. So this is the pie and the ice cream. I really like the bowl, the combination of the blue and the white for this one. and that's the strawberry ice cream with the strawberries. So I stitched 4 for now, but I think there are 9 designs for the summer stamps. So I'm really looking forward to continue stitching the other ones. I just need more time, and hopefully I can do them for next year. But they're so cute and so tiny, so I decided to put them, all of them, in this plate. Oh yeah, one of the things, look at this. There we go. When I was sewing my little pillows, I didn't realize that 2 of them, the fabric was on the opposite side. So I was not gonna make it all over again, so I just decided to keep it that way. So sometimes it happens, right? So yeah, so when I actually saw all of these ones, it's like, oh, I have to stitch these stamps, and it will go perfectly with the strawberry quilt to put it on my little wooden plate. So yeah. So as I said, yeah, I was all about strawberries this year, or this summer. And actually the last strawberry that I stitched this year was Berries and Bloom from Heart in Hand. And I stitched this one on a Belfast Light Mocha on a 32 count. And I only stitched 1 at this moment because, again, strawberries. So yeah, I also used one of the Classic Color Works red. So it also has a little bit of the shades of the red color. And I put like a twine cord and ribbon combination for the border. I used this one for a previous finish from another pattern. So I have a little bit of a left, and I'm like, okay, this could go. This could go together. So I did the cut for this one on the back, and I just added like a little ribbon here and put like a little button. So that was my last berry of the year for the summertime. So here we go. And the last one that I wanted to show you is this one. Oh, I'm really happy about this one. This is the Little Walrus by Crocette Gogo. I stitched this on a Belfast Flax 32 count, and this is from an Italian designer. So she has really cute patterns, and she has from little to this kind of like what I call for me medium, and all the way up to big designs. I have stitched other works from her, and this one I really fell in love with this walrus. Isn't he so cute? And I have to be honest, it's really simple. Like it has a very simple border, and once you start stitching the whole walrus, the rest was very easy to finish. There's just a little bit of back stitching just for like the net, for the fishing lines and the whiskers, and that's it. It doesn't have any French knots or anything, so it's all about cross stitch. But oh, he's on his sailor, kind of wearing sailor clothes, and he has to go for fishing. Of course, he must be hungry. He has a big tummy to fill up. So yeah, and I really like the letters of the design. And she actually has other animals according to the season. I actually stitch, and hopefully maybe I'll try to see if I can put it here, my little bunny, the little bunny. I stitch it, I finish it, but I just didn't complete it as a pillow yet. So hopefully I can do that for my next spring. She also has other, as I said, other animals, and I actually I just received yesterday in my email the little squirrel. So I'm gonna start stitching that one. And she also has, as I said, other animals, and I think there's like a penguin, which I would like to stitch that for the winter. So let me show you a little bit the back. Yeah, I made it very simple. I decided not to put any border because it's quite like a, as I said, like a medium pillow size. It's very different. Like, look at this tiny one. So, I don't know. I'm planning, as I said, to do all the other animals. So I'm not sure if I really want to put like a border. I would like to keep it like this simple so I can display it also the other animals, since I do like to change my decor according to the seasons. So I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, this is my medium one as for now. So I hope you really enjoy seeing all the work that I just showed. I'm really thankful that if you're watching, that you spend some time with me. And I'm really looking forward to see if I can do another video next week and show you a little bit about my whips. So have a good time and see you next time.